So after brainstorming, we came up with these 3 things that you marked down as being things you'd be interested in. The first one was writing down or planning out certain times during your day when you're free that you could potentially go to the gym. The second one was to find a specific focus area to work out on depending on what day of the week, so Monday arms, Tuesday abs, whatever it may be. And the third one that you marked was to give yourself a minimum amount of times per week that you want to work out, giving yourself a couple of days of leeway, following it that way. And would you be interested in making these into goals for next week?
I mean, yeah, definitely. And as we said, working out's something that really interests me, and it's something that helps alleviate my stress. So I think adding these to a list of goals for next week would definitely help.
All right, so when looking at these 3, is there one in particular that you would like to really focus on and make it a goal for next week?
I think all of them are good. I think the one we should start with is writing down and kind of planning when I have time to go to the gym. The other ones will fall into place after that, but the first step is going to have to be figuring out when I have the time to make it.
Okay, so we will make a goal out of planning out what times you have free, and you could use them going to the gym. How would you like to go about doing this, or?
I think the best way would just be to write it down in my planner. Schedule out every single day for the week when I have free time, and then, I mean, based on that free time, I'll be able to determine when an appropriate time to go to the gym would be.
Okay, so keep track in your planner of free time. And what day of the week will you sit down and really look at your planner and see what times you have free?
I think, what's today, Monday?
Mm-hmm.
I think Wednesday will work. I
Okay.
have quite a bit of free time on Wednesday, so I should be able to set aside a little bit of time and go through my whole schedule.
Okay. So Wednesday you're going to sit down with your new planner and you are going to block off sections of time that you have free that you could use going to the gym instead. Not necessarily actually going to the gym, but just having it blocked off to see what you have open.
And Wednesday is a good day too, because I have some free time Wednesday, and I'll have my work schedule in front of me and my school work and everything set out, so I'll know exactly when I'll have time to get everything accomplished.
Good deal. And if you were to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on how confident you are in achieving this goal, where would you put yourself? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the most confident.
I'd say like probably just a 10. I mean, I don't see that I have any problem doing this. I already have the agenda bought. All I have to do is just simply sit down. I have a lot of free time on Wednesday. Simply sit down with both my work schedule and my school schedule and just go through it and pretty much just write down when I have free time.
So it sounds like you're pretty confident and you think you can really achieve this goal. Everything's already set up beforehand for you. All you have to do is sit down and find time to actually do it. And
yep, that's the biggest thing is you have to sit down and get it done. But I have full confidence that with my planner I should be able to get it done on Wednesday.
And do you have like a support system that can also help you sit down and really do this, or?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I have good friends that spend quite a bit of time studying, a lot more time than I do, and so I think that without a doubt, my apartment's always a good place to study, and having them around is just something that keeps me focused.
So it looks like you have a good place to sit down and achieve this goal. You're pretty confident that you can do it. I think it's something you can get done.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we can also make another goal, if you would like, based off of either creating a certain workout for each day or giving yourself a minimum number of times per week or that you would like to work out. Either of those interest you to go further?
I think making a minimum time per week we'll have to skip for now. Obviously my first step is going to be just figuring out when I have time to do it. So by determining a minimum time, I'm not really sure if I'm going to have no time at all one day or if one day I'm completely free. And so I think I'm going to pass on that for now. And instead we're going to work on just figuring out what workout to do for what day I go. So say I go Monday, we'll do arms. Tuesday, do something else, so on and so forth. I think that would be better.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and make that into a SMART goal. So just write down what workouts for each day of the week, depending on what you have free. And when will you sit down and write all this out?
Do that on Wednesday as well, since I have all that free time.
Okay.
Since both of these are going in my planner, I think it'd be an appropriate time to get it all done at once.
Okay, so this one also is just looking at your planner, looking at the free time you previously blocked off, and maybe scheduling in, I want to do legs this day, this time, I want to do arms this day, this time, and just writing it in your planner, not really committing to it, and
Yeah, yeah, I mean, that sounds like a good goal.
sounds good. And on a scale of 1 to 10, for your confidence level, where would you put yourself?
I'd put this one a little bit lower. I'd say probably like a 7. I'm confident that I'll be able to do it, obviously writing everything down. My biggest concern is that I'm not real familiar with a lot of those workouts since I haven't been to the gym in so long.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll probably have to do a little bit of research first and figure out what I'm going to be doing on what day. If I say I'm going to be doing arms, I need to know what I'm going to be doing if I go to the gym. So I think no doubt I'll be able to write it down at the same time. I just will have to know what I'm doing before I go through and write it all down.
And why would you rate yourself at a 7 and not like a 6 or a 5 or?
Just because it's not incredibly unrealistic. I mean, I have been to the gym before, and so I know a majority of what I'm going to be doing, but I still want to, get a refresh and figure out exactly what I need to do. And that's why I'm still pretty confident, but, if I'm real busy with school or get caught up on something, there is that chance that I don't get it done.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like you know kind of what barriers could be thrown at you, and it sounds like you have a pretty good way of overcoming them and knowing that they're going to come and aware more so. So you mentioned that you aren't really sure on what sort of workouts to do on each day, something you would have to research. Would you maybe want to make that into a goal as well?
Yeah, I definitely think that would help. I obviously know quite a few to start out, but researching wouldn't hurt anything, I guess.
Yeah, so we can add that as well. So researching different types of workouts. And what day would you be able to just go online and look these up?
I'd say do that on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
If I get that done before I have to do the other stuff, it just means I have more free time to do it. I'm a little bit busier on Tuesday than I am on Wednesdays, but I'm still confident that I'll be able to get it done.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put yourself for confidence?
I'd say like an 8.5.
Okay.
I have a lot of free time that day in between class and work, so I should be able to get it done no problem. But at the same time, I do work that evening, and so if something were to come up with school, if I forget, who knows if I forgot an assignment or something, I do have to work that evening, so I'm on a definite time scale, whereas Wednesday I don't have to go into work at all.
Okay. And when looking at the researching what types of workouts to do on each day, do you have a support system or is someone that could maybe help you with this, or?
Yeah, I got into working out thanks to my roommate, and so he's actually the one who kind of taught me everything, and so I think between research and what I do on my own and then talking to him, I think that'd be a good way to get all that accomplished.
So it sounds like you have a good resource on where to start and someone who can help you with stuff like that. And
yeah, he definitely knows more than I do.
Share of knowledge.
Yep.
So it sounds like overall you're pretty confident on looking at these 3 goals for next week. Sounds like you have a pretty good support system and people that can help you achieve these goals. You sound pretty confident, so.
Yeah, I definitely am. Working out's always been something I wanted to get back into, and so now how we've kind of tied it into alleviating stress, I definitely think that it's something I'll be able to do and get accomplished.
Sounds like you did mention working out had worked for you in the past, and hopefully by planning it out and finding time and maybe working out with your roommate and having him help you along the way, it's something that could in turn help you with your stress levels and lower that a little bit and really let you focus on school and
Definitely. I mean, and I know in the past that going to the gym helped me alleviate some stress, and recently I haven't been able to go as much just due to being stressed with school and caught up at work. But I mean, just in the past, that was always something that helped out. So I know that if I can get back into the swing of it in the future, it should help again.
And maybe this could be looking at your 3-month goal of finding a technique that works for you. Maybe this could be
fill that role, definitely.
Something you can find out next week after making these goals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for coming today. How did you feel the session went? Did you learn? Did you grow?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel it went well. I mean, last week was kind of a slow start. We just kind of said, buy a planner, fill the planner out. It's all kind of basic stuff. And I remember kind of thinking, where are we going with this? But now you can definitely see it, kind of snowballing and growing. And now we're adding in not only, ways for me to reduce my stress, but at the same time, getting me back into the gym, which is going to help, one, obviously be less stressed, but two, promote a healthy lifestyle. So it's kind of, killing 2 birds with 1 stone if you think about it.
Yeah, it really is. So in this session, you got 3 goals for next week that you are confident that you can reach, and I am also confident you can reach them. You have strong support systems. You're really looking forward to these goals almost. They're still in line with your 3-month goals. Anything that I as a coach can do better next session to maybe help you follow your path a little bit stronger, anything like that?
I don't have a lot of suggestions. I would just say that what we did today I think was good. With when we did the brainstorming and went back and forth, I know we talked about things that I could do about the gym or something like that. It was just good to hear not only my suggestions written down to see, what I could do, but also hearing, from your personal opinion, what you think I could do to better myself and relieve those stress. I thought that was very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And then adding in the 2 goals together, not only, my primary goal to reduce stress, but then we've kind of had this secondary goal to become healthy as well. And just, we've done a good job kind of tying them in together, I think.
Yeah, I can see that you have been growing as well, and that's awesome. And sounds like you have some strong goals. If you want me to review them, just so you don't forget them, I can also give you this sheet of paper for you to take home, just so you have it. So we'll start with your 3-month goals. Would be to spend at least 2 hours studying at least 5 days a week. To have a stress reduction technique that you can use when needed, one you're comfortable using, one you enjoy. And then your next week goals. The first one was to keep track in your planner of your free time, which you'll do on Wednesday, and that's just looking at what time you have free, blocking it off, saying this could potentially be a gym time, doesn't have to be. The second one was to write down specific workouts depending on what day of the week it is, which you would also do on Wednesday, and that also depends on what free time you found. And then lastly was researching different types of workouts to fill those specific days, which you would do on Tuesday. And you mentioned your roommate being a resource, as well as researching on the internet or something like that. Sound good to you?
Yeah, well, that sounds good. And I think I really do have a good support system, especially with my roommate. He's always the one who wants to go work out. And so I think with our goals moving that way towards the gym, that he'll definitely be a good resource to use in getting me going again.
Sounds like you know what you have to do for next week. It sounds like you're pretty set and pretty confident and excited.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming today. I really appreciate you coming in here, really opening up and talking to me. And next session next week.
Absolutely. Sounds good. I look forward to. Yeah, same time I'll write it on my planner. I look forward to kind of building on, especially the gym aspect of it. Obviously, the stress reduction we can tie in to everything, but I think if we focus more on working out and getting healthy, I think the stress reduction will come with that. So,
I agree.
I look forward to it.
Good deal. I will see you next week.
Sounds good.
Thanks again.